Hello there. Let's talk about the client clarity formula, how to attract better clients by polishing our ideal client profile. As coaches, consultants, accountants, and small business owners, we're certainly not short on expertise, are we? We've got the skills, we've got the experience, we've got the knowledge, and we've got this genuine desire to help other people. That's who we are, it's what we do. But if our diaries are filled with the wrong type of clients, or even worse still, only half filled, then the issue is not going to be our capability. It's going to be something deeper. It's going to be our old enemy, clarity. As I read in that fantastic book, Decisive by Chip and Dan Heath, many, many years ago, this fantastic expression, which goes like this: resistance is created by a lack of clarity. Isn't that just brilliant? Resistance is created by a lack of clarity. And when we try to appeal to everyone, then we end up appealing to almost no one. And I've seen this so often with my clients over the years. When I started in this business, I was lucky really that I was really targeting my marketing. I was really clear on who I wanted to deal with. And I wanted to deal with corporate clients who needed sales training. And usually I was talking to sales directors and I used direct mail because, of course, there was no internet back then, and it worked brilliantly because the clarity was absolute. So let's polish up our focus using the three-part client clarity formula. Part one is this: demographics and role. Who exactly are we aiming to help? What industry are they in? What's their job title? How big is the company? Are they local or national or global? For instance, if we know that we specifically help owners of manufacturing SMEs turning 1 million to 5 million, that's far more powerful than simply saying business owners. Part two is psychographics and behavior. This is where it becomes really interesting. What are the values that drive our ideal clients? What keeps them awake at night? What frustrates them? What are they wanting or aspiring to achieve in their businesses and in their lives? And crucially, how do they behave? Do they prefer video or written content? Who do they follow? What purchases have they made recently? And I know this sounds somewhat counterintuitive, but it's like this. In direct mail, one of the major factors I would look for is people who have recently purchased something similar to what I was offering. I know it's strange, but it's true. They were proving themselves to be buyers, in my case, of learning materials or training courses. Part three is this: triggers and timing. What specific event or events in their lives makes them look for help? Did they just miss a sales target, or they're expanding their business or their team members, or perhaps they're having issues with suppliers? The clearer we get on these triggers, the more our messages resonate with them because they're timely and relevant. Years ago, when I interviewed Roy H. Williams, that genius marketer known as the Wizard of Ads, he talked to me about repetition and relevance. And he made this comment to me. He said, "But Peter, repetition costs money." Isn't that so true? It's a bit like showing up with an umbrella exactly when it starts raining. A friend and client of mine who was an ex-bank manager once said to me this. He said, "The definition of a bank manager is somebody who lends you an umbrella when it's sunny, but he wants it back when it starts to rain." I just love that. Now, how do we translate this clarity into powerful marketing? Naturally, our website content needs to directly address the exact challenges our ideal clients face. Instead of generic lead magnets, we can offer something highly targeted, like the seven hidden profit drainers, the hurting consultants, or some similar or even better title than that. Our social media content needs to directly tackle the specific questions our ideal clients are already asking themselves, or heaven forbid, are asking somebody like us. And this clarity changes our sales conversations too. Imagine making this type of statement during a conversation with a potential client. Something along the lines of, "I work typically with accountancy practice owners who feel overwhelmed and want to increase profits while reducing their day-to-day involvement in the auditing side of the business. Does this sound like you?" Instantly, we build rapport. Long form content like books and courses can also become very focused. So instead of writing something generic, let's create titles that engage directly, such as "The Consultant's Guide to Value-Based Pricing, the 7 Essential Steps." I think about it like this: clarity is not narrowing our opportunities, it's focusing our energy, our budget, our attention where it counts most. And finally, let's not underestimate the power of our personal story. When our own story mirrors our ideal client's challenges, I feel we should share it. The feeling of I've been exactly where you are now builds more trust and more connection and more rapport than a list of qualifications ever could. Clarifying our ideal client profile isn't just a one-off thing, though. It's a powerful tool we can revisit regularly. And every time we refine it, we sharpen our focus, we increase our impact, and we improve our financial results. Less stress, fewer poor fit clients, more satisfaction, and greater alignment with who we are. And isn't that so important? And of course, we make more money. So let's get specific, let's get clear, let's watch how this clarity helps us build a business and a life of choice. If you've enjoyed this video, like I have, then there's plenty more of my videos around here. And if you'd like to be notified when I post a new one, just hit that subscriber button. And in the meantime, I wish you every success in all your adventures in life. And aren't there many fantastic adventures to be had? For now, from me, Peter Thomson. Until then, goodbye for now.